Hello, viewers. This is Paladin of Odin, and this is some more Magic the Gathering Online. This is another episode of the Standard Commentary, and it looks like we've got Bant Aggro versus Abzan Control. Bant just fired off a Collected Company and managed to get a Reflector Mage and a Sylvan Advocate. Reflector Mage is going to bounce a Tireless Tracker on the other side, leaving Abzan with 2 Thopter tokens. Now, Abzan Control is basically like trying to combine Bant Aggro with Orzhov Control. You're trying to get as much benefit from both sides as possible at the same time. And theoretically, it should be pretty decent. But, it runs into the same problems as Orzhov Control does usually, and that's not having enough ammunition to put down the sheer volume of creatures that decks like Bant Aggro put out. He's done a pretty good job so far. He managed to kill off a Nissa and get rid of a Gideon before it could get rolling, but now he's in a bit of a spot. Bant has Reflector Mage, Sylvan Advocate's a 4-5, he's got Jace. Jace is still probably a turn away from being able to flip. I imagine he has something in hand to play. Abzan's attacking in with his Thopters. I'm thinking that he might have a board clear here, which he should. He's running white and black, so he should have Languish, Planar Outburst, and, anything else available. And there's a Languish. That'll kill off everything except Sylvan Advocate, which, unfortunately, Sylvan Advocate being a 4-5, it means that it's still a really good creature. Too bad he wasn't able to knock it off as well. Oh, and this end of turn Collected Company. As I expected, he was going to be able to flip Jace on his next turn. Oh, and a brick from the Collected Company. That's good news for the Abzan deck. Attacking in with the Advocate for 4. Abzan will be down to 9. Now, if he has to, he can man up Shambling Vent to try and, do a little damage, gain a little life, and slow down the race a little bit. But it's not going to be very efficient, and it's definitely not going to be very fast. Duskwatch Recruiter. Well, that should help him out here. Ooh, a Sylvan Advocate. Another Sylvan Advocate. That's 2 Advocates and a Duskwatch Recruiter. That is lethal on the board right now. Now, he could just kill off the Duskwatch Recruiter and still possibly have another turn after the attack, but you can't really bet on things like that because Bant Aggro has things like Dramoka's Command. So he pretty much needs a hard board clear. So, Planar Outburst or Descend Upon the Sinful. Or, he could kill off one of the Sylvan Advocates, and most likely that would be enough to buy him another turn. And if he just has to kill one Sylvan Advocate, then he has a ton of options. But if he has a Declaration in Stone, he could kill 2 birds with 1 stone, as it were. Get rid of both the Sylvan Advocates, which are the biggest threats right now. Nissa Vastwood Seer, and he's going to get to flip her immediately. And now comes the choice. If he makes the 4-4, he'll have a blocker, which is going to die. Oh, he's going for the blocker. It is going to die in combat, but it will save him at minimum 4 damage. And Hangerback Walker. Okay. That's a good stalling tactic for him. Play it for one, use it as a chump blocker. It makes one Thopter token, which acts as another chump blocker. End of turn, activating the Duskwatch Recruiter, and bricks again. Wow, that's just unlucky. 6 cards, 3 cards, no creatures, and 9 cards. Alright, there's Reflector Mage. That'll bounce the 4/4. I have to say, since he's not going to have lethal here, unless, of course, well, if he was going to do it, he would have done it. I was going to say a Dromoka's Command before he attacked to get rid of the... Well, that wouldn't have worked, because the Hangerback Walker still would have made the token. So either way, so, you know, no reason not to go after Nissa with one of them, since he wasn't going to get lethal anyway. So that'll be 4 damage to the face, and Nissa will die. Oh, response. -4/-4 with a Grasp of Darkness. So the Hangerback Walker is going to kill a Sylvan Advocate and live. And why not? End of turn, activate Duskwatch Recruiter, hope to find a creature. Wow. That is really unlucky. Tireless Tracker from Abzan. That's another blocker. And if he leaves up enough mana to man up the Shambling Vent, he'll have 3 blockers. And that way he can chump block the Sylvan Advocate with the Hangerback Walker and still be able to buff it after declared blocks, and then have 2 blockers that can kill 2 creatures. So activating Duskwatcher, wow, that is just ridiculously bad luck for the Bant deck. That is a lot of cards that he's gone through and hasn't found a creature. I guess the Shuffler just does not like him tonight. Tireless Tracker. 2 mana left that he can sacrifice a clue token. So going all in here, no reason not to. He's got Abzan on the ropes, so keep up the aggression. Make him come up with answers, which aren't going to be guaranteed. He's only got 1 card in hand. He does have the mana to man up the Shambling Vent. He'll have to pain for it, though. And he didn't do it. So he's just blocking Duskwatch Recruiter and the Reflector Mage. Sorry, not the Recruiter Mage. Buffing up the Hangerback Walker. So getting value out of that. Popping the Clue token to make the Tireless Tracker a 4/3 so that it'll live. So trades all around. Hangerback Walker will make 2 1/1 Thopter tokens. Tireless Tracker lives. Sylvan Advocate did get in for 4. So Abzan is... he is on the ropes. You know, 1 creature getting through is all it's going to take. And effectively, the Caves of Koilos are unusable other than the colorless mana. So he's stuck with the amount of black and white mana that he has. But like I said, you know, Shambling Vent could play a role here. Thanks to its lifelink, it could buy him just enough wiggle room. The only problem is that he's so low on cards and probably low on answers. The good news is, ooh, ultimate price to get rid of the Sylvan Advocate. The good news is that unfortunately for Bant, he's had some really bad luck tonight. But Abzan does have 2 clue tokens to sacrifice given the opportunity. Bant has 1. So, I mean, unfortunately for Bant, it's starting to look like he is going to lose this game. Attacking in with the Tireless Tracker, he knows that, regardless of how many clue tokens get sacked here, his guy is going to live. So either he's going to get through 4, 5, or 6, or Tireless Tracker on the other side is going to block and die. And that's the thing. Bant was at 17. There was no real reason to block there. He had the life to sacrifice there. So end of turn pops his own clue token to draw a card. And he'll start his turn with 3 cards in hand, and one of them was a land, unfortunately. Pops the clue token, though. Gets him another card. Possibly what he needs to win this game. We don't know yet, though. But this is getting down to the wire. He's going in. Tireless Tracker's a 5-4. He could man up the Shambling Vent and block all to kill off the Tireless Tracker, but he chooses to just chump block to preserve as many creatures as he has. Or that he can, excuse me. And Jace from the Bant side, followed by Duskwatch Recruiter, which potentially could pull him out of the situation, but at the same time, that would mean that the Shuffler would have to stop being such a jerk. The good news is that Bant is still at 12, so he can pretty much afford to take a hit from the Tireless Tracker again. Blighted Fen is actually a really good card to have right now for for Abzan. He can sacrifice, well, it gave him a clue token thanks to Tireless Tracker. Now he can sacrifice it and force him to sacrifice a creature, and it doesn't really matter which creature is okay. Grasp of Darkness first, kills off the Duskwatch Recruiter. I was going to say, it doesn't matter which creature got sacrificed, he's cutting down the field. Response, activating Duskwatch Recruiter. And he finds a Tireless Tracker. You know what? I'm starting to think that I might be wrong about all of his bad luck. He might have gotten some creatures. It's just, instead of showing up in the revealed card zone, the only way that you know that he got it was this text box in chat. You may reveal a creature card from among them, so it should be showing up in the revealed card zone, but it's not. But he killed off the the Duskwatch Recruiter. He's sacrificing the Blighted Fen. Which gets rid of the Tireless Tracker. Attacking all in from Abzan. That's 7 damage. 8 damage now. So, things are not looking good for Bant. He does have a Jace here. It's just too bad Jace... Oh, I know what he's up to. He's attacking with Jace. He's got to have a combat trick. Unless this is his... Nope. It is Dramoka's Command. There you go. Wow, that was down to the wire. That was one heck of a fight. And, a last minute Dramoka's Command on a Jace. Wow. All right. Well, this video has gone on long enough. That was an impressive fight. That was Abzan Control versus Bant Aggro. And if you liked what you saw, hit that like and subscribe button for me. And I'll see you in the next video.